everyone! Guess who's back? Back again. Sharima's back. Tell a friend. Like and subscribe, Oh. Today, we're doing a fun video. This is a no makeup look for both dry and oily skin. So we share some of the products that we feel look really, really natural on the skin. And hopefully you were fooled and you thought that we came here today and we weren't wearing any makeup, but we are.
I woke up like this. Yeah, so when you want to look like polished and chic, but without looking made up necessarily.
Like you, but like a little bit better.
Yeah.
If you would like to see how we created these no makeup looks, then keep on watching. So we have cleansed our face.
Fresh and ready to go.
Yep. And I think with no makeup, it really comes down to the skin.
Yeah.
If your skin is looking great, then everything follows. So today I'm going to be using the Phyto Replenish Oil by Dermalogica as my hydrator.
Me also as well.
So to apply this, you rub a few drops between your fingers and press into the face. I'm very wary about using oils directly underneath my foundation because I find that a lot can make my makeup slip around. This one is, I think, a very unique formula. It's so lightweight and it really absorbs quickly, so it doesn't leave the skin looking shiny or slick. It just feels hydrated.
And I have really, really oily skin, so I was like doubly nervous about trying this as a day oil, but it's beautiful. It just leaves your skin really, really
plump.
Just plump, exactly. Yeah. And it's full of antioxidants, so it's actually designed to help protect your skin against the environment for daytime.
It sits beautifully under makeup.
Yeah, it just makes your skin, I think it really bounces the light off your skin without looking greasy.
Yes. Shall we move on to primer?
Yes.
So I think that primer is a really great way to improve the texture of the skin without adding any coverage. Today I'm using the Dermalogica Redness Relief Primer, and this one's actually a little bit green. It's got a green tint, and I actually do find that it helps to counteract some of that redness that I got going on.
I am using the Hydro Blur Primer, which is a similar texture. It's like a really velvety texture.
Yeah.
So it's great for kind of blurring over the look of pores. But this one actually has just the slightest hint of a tint of color to it, so this could be a great product actually for like a really no makeup look.
Yep.
Just something to throw on just to kind of even your skin out a bit.
And do you tend to put this all over?
I tend to like apply it to the center of my face, and then I kind of just rub whatever's left on my fingers back to blend it back.
Yeah, that's what I do as well.
Yeah.
These nails seem like a good idea in theory.
They're like tennis balls.
Oh, now I can't unsee it. Let's talk about foundation. What kind of foundation would you use for a ultimate no makeup look?
The foundation that I brought today is MAC's Face and Body. I think this is one of the most skin realistic foundations that you can get. It does have quite a glow to it, so I'm going to have to make sure I powder strategically. But I just think it makes my skin look really even, but it doesn't look like makeup.
I will be using a new favorite. This is the makeup store, what is it, SCULPT Excellence Foundation. So green. So green. Sharon said earlier, she's like, that foundation is really green. I was like, yes.
It's actually bizarre looking on the table.
It's also super full coverage, but I don't mind a full coverage foundation for a no makeup look as long as I really work it into the skin and sheer it out so that I'm wearing very little product at all. But to loosen this formula up a bit, because it is quite thick and full coverage, I'm going to add some of my Phyto Replenish Oil, and this just really helps to give the foundation a little bit more of a looser texture and easier to spread.
I had to take off my wedding rings there for a second because I am going to go in with my hands with this product.
That's the one thing that I'm not a huge fan about face and body.
It's a bit messy, but it really does look amazing. So with this product, you need to like work it into your hands for a minute or two. Well, not a minute or two, like a few seconds, until you kind of feel it start to set. And then you just apply it all over. I kind of apply it like a moisturizer. It's such a thin texture.
And with me, I tend to start where I have the most redness or discoloration, and I just pat. One eternity later. But I tend not to put this all over my face. Like if my hairline is, looking pretty clear, I won't bring it out all the way. The question that I get really frequently is, what is the most skin-like foundation? And I think this one's really hard to answer because it totally depends on the skin. What's skin like on me might not be on you, and
yeah.
Yeah, vice versa. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of trial and error involved with that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then before I continue, I'm going to take a clean Real Technique sponge and just run over that foundation so that it picks up any of the excess.
Okay, I'm going to move on to under eye concealing, and because I'm a little bit high maintenance, I'm using a combination of 2 concealers because this is my go-to combination right now. The NARS Creamy Concealer mixed with the MAC Mineralize Concealer. This, when I use it by itself, doesn't last. It creases, but I love the coverage and I love the creaminess. But the fact that this sets and is a little bit more on the matte side, when they're mixed together, they are just like the perfect concealer for me.
So once I've bounced my clean sponge all over the skin, I feel like the foundation just looks far more natural, and I can't really see anything on my skin right now, so I feel like I'm doing it right. For under eye concealer, I'm going to use Age Rewind, but I've taken the sponge off mine, and now I've got to be very careful. There you are. There's something more gross about it once I took off the sponge. I don't know.
I'm just patting that concealer in with my middle finger. Or ring finger you could use. I know people are going to give out to me for not using my ring finger.
Yeah, people get upset at me about that as well.
But
are you using your middle finger? Me too.
Yeah. I find I have more control with my middle finger. Like I poke myself in the eye when I use the ring finger. Anyway, I'm going to take whatever is left on my finger and just pat that around my nose. I have broken capillaries around there. I just would like a little bit more coverage. I'm using my Real Technique sponge. I'm pretty much doing exactly the same thing that you just did with your foundation, just to like work it in and remove any...
Just remove a little,
just a little bit, yeah. So while Karima is finishing up her under eye concealer, I'm going to do a little bit of pinpoint concealing as well, just because I have a little bit of pigmentation left from some hormonal breakouts and a little bit of redness on my forehead that I would just like to just knock back a little bit. So I'm going to take some of the Vichy Derma Blend concealer with an eyeliner brush.
One thing I forgot to mention, if you are like me and you tend to flush easily in the cheeks or you have a high color complexion, what I really love to do is I'll take my foundation and I'll put it in areas where I want to knock back that flush. So it'll be like on the jawline, around the nose, maybe a little bit on the temples if you get red there, but I leave the apples of my cheeks relatively uncovered so that you get a little bit of that,
the rosiness,
that natural rosiness coming through. I am going to add a tiny bit of highlight to the tops of my cheekbones. This is the NATASHA DENONA Glow Face Glow Cream Stick. I find this one is quite, it's refined, not in a shimmery kind of frosty way.
She has beautiful products.
She does, yeah.
And I'm actually not going to put any highlighter on my skin because I have that kind of oily complexion that's probably going to get a little bit dewy throughout the day anyway, and I kind of feel like that foundation and everything is bouncing enough light. So I am going to move on to bronzer, and I'm going to use the Body Shop Honey Bronze. This is like a liquid bronzer.
It looks translucent.
That's the word. But what I like to do is just pop a couple of drops onto a brush, and it's quite pigmented, and then you kind of need to work quickly with this as well because it sets to a bit of a stain, but it gives you that, like, what's it called, contouring look, that was a trend there for a while.
Yeah.
It's so sheer, it's like a watercolor,
really blending those edges.
And because I'm going for like a healthy skin, no makeup look, I'm going to take the bronzer a little bit higher than a contour replacement, so I'm kind of bringing it up onto the high planes of my cheekbones so it looks a bit more like a sun-kissed bronze rather than like a sculpting bronze.
Highlight done. I'm also going to add just a touch of bronze, and I'm actually using the Maestro Glow foundation by GJORJJO ARMANI, and this one's in the shade 8, so obviously much darker than I am, but this formula is just so beautiful and it sits really closely to the skin. It doesn't look makeup-y at all. I just kind of go like boop, 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 boop. That sound is required.
Obligatory.
Yeah.
Can't do that kind of stuff without making boop noises.
Correct.
It's funny, I think no makeup kind of, the connotation is that it's quick and it's easy and it's simple. Nah. It's so much easier to like whack on a full coverage face and like pile on all the rest of the products. It's a lot more involved. So, you're not doing blush?
I think that I am flushed enough to get away without it.
No blush. Okay.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. I'm so jealous of your rosy cheeks. I, on the other hand, need a little bit of help. So I'm actually going to take a lipstick, this lipstick, I know. This is Dangerous. It is a retro matte from MAC. I quite enjoy using the retro mattes on my cheeks.
I have not yet tried that.
Yeah, because they really stay put, but you do need to loosen them up a little bit to blend them.
Okay.
So I'm going to take some of that Phyto Replenish Oil, exactly the same as you did with the foundation.
Ah.
I'm going to just pump some, because they are so dry. And I love this kind of tone on my cheeks as well, but just like really washed out. So you kind of almost create like a
watercolor.
A watercolor. That's like the theme of my makeup today.
Yeah.
And because there's that oil in it, it should give me a nice sheen on my cheeks too. Hence the no highlighter.
That's so pretty.
I'll just take that sponge.
Oh my kid. Okay, so I'm going to move on to powder now that I've done all of my cream products. I do think the powder can be a really useful tool in a no makeup look. So for example, I have a little bit of texture here on my forehead where I have some lovely clogged pores. So I'm just going to set that area there, and it makes the skin appear much smoother without adding lots of layers. For this, I think you do need like a finely milled powder so that it doesn't look powdery on the skin. This is my favorite. You know it is. It's the Rouge Bunny Rouge Diaphanous. Love it to bits. What's your favorite like fine lightweight powder?
Okay, so it's a new one for me.
Tell me.
It's the Charlotte Tilbury one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, when I watched your video, I was like, God, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with your summary of that powder.
Okay, awesome. It's beautiful. I love the compact too. Gosh, that's such a beautiful compact.
I'm going to take that under my eyes first.
I tend to hit the T-zone, any areas where I have a bit of texture or blemishes, and also under the eyes.
Yeah, same. And one thing I like to do is, again, with the damp sponge, that just hint of dampness in the sponge will just really sit that powder back into the skin and stop it looking powdery. I'm actually going to run a little bit of that powder on my eyelids as well.
Yes.
While I have it out.
So am I. You know what I think it was Mary Greenwell, forgive me if I'm wrong, who said this, that she often likes to see a little bit of that redness on the kind of lash line and the mobile lid because it makes the makeup look really natural, and it's also something you see in like youth.
Yes, like kids will have that. Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with that today. I'm gonna leave some of the veins on my eyelid. I'm gonna leave them alone.
Yeah.
Eyebrows. Okay, what are you using for eyebrows?
I am going to take some of my Soap and Glory Brow Archery Pencil.
Oh, okay.
I like this because it's really hard, and this colour is a really nice kind of light taupey blonde. Nice. So it doesn't really look like much through my brows.
Okay, I'm going to be using, no surprises here, the SUQQU brow pen.
Nice.
And I like this one because instead of getting kind of lines above my brow and below my brow, it kind of works with the natural direction of hair growth. So it kind of creates like little fake hairs almost.
Mm-hmm.
Brow silence.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. Intense concentration. Just a little bit more structure.
Just added some strokes here and there. And I think I'll probably stop there.
I am also going to use some of that Surat brow pomade.
Wait, let's Surat brow pomade together.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were already.
Yeah. So I love this brow gel for everything, like in general, for every look. But I do like it also for a no makeup look because it gets that real like textured look to the brows, which I love with a very clean, bare looking face.
Mm-hmm.
Also a bit Vogue.
Yeah.
What would you do for the eyes?
I have literally been sitting here in turmoil trying to figure that out. I'm very tempted to not do anything. No mascara, nothing, and just leave it like that.
Yeah.
But that might be just a little bit too no makeup.
Yeah.
For the purposes of a tutorial. I'm actually thinking about taking a little bit of the contouring powder from this Marc Jacobs palette. Just a little bit of shading.
Socket shading. I'm with you on this one, and I need a brush. BRB. Boop, 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 boop. I find the cooler contour colors work best for this if you're going for a genuine no makeup look, because they look more like a shadow and less like, oh, that's like a warm brown eyeshadow sort of thing.
So hard to not do full smoky eye.
Yeah, it's like cut, crease.
Put the brush down. I'm going to take just the tiniest sweep of that under my eye as well. That'll do, pig.
That'll do. I'm going to give my lashes a good curl.
Ditto.
I'm going... what was that? I'm going to take a little bit of the... What is this? It's a Marc Jacobs eyeliner. It's just really, really fine.
Tiny.
And I'm going to get underneath my lashes and just push. Tight lining, it's the invisible eyeliner.
So I'm going to skip the tight lining just because my lashes and my hair and my brows and everything are so fair that sometimes I feel like tight lining kind of, it's not so imperceptible on me.
A good point.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I am going to do a little bit of mascara. Now I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. Give the wand a wipe to take a lot of the excess off.
Paper towel, not tissue. Tissue lints everywhere.
Absolutely, paper towel. Otherwise you're grating a tissue into your mascara wand. Very light coat of this. So it almost just looks like my lashes have been tinted.
For my mascara, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Tightline. It's meant to be used for the very base of the lashes to give the tightline effect, but I just find that this is such a lightweight mascara. I know you love this one.
Yeah, I really love it.
I'm surprised you didn't bring it.
I actually have run out.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to get another one. Well, I need to get another mascara. Like, I need a hole in the head, but I did like that one. If I was going to repurchase a mascara, I would repurchase that one.
What also might be a good idea is just to get a regular mascara wand and wiggle it at the base of the lashes, but maybe not bring it all the way through.
That's pretty much exactly what I've done.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've just literally right in at the roots and then just kind of barely touched it off the rest of my lashes. So most of the product is deposited at the roots. And I'm just taking a clean mascara wand just to comb through to make sure there's definitely no lumps or obvious bits of mascara.
Shall we move on to lips?
Yes, let's shall.
I'm actually going to use a lip liner. And this is blunt, and I've left it purposefully blunt. So I like to kind of make my upper lip a little bit bigger, but I keep the edges really soft and hazy so that it doesn't look like product.
So I've just popped on a little bit of lip balm, and I am going to use one of the Urban Decay lipsticks in the color Weirdo. I mean, it's not exactly on my lips, but better color, but I'm just going to apply a little bit and then use my finger.
So after I've applied my lip liner, I'm just going to actually add just a drop of that oil on top for like a natural sheen.
Good idea. That actually didn't take that long.
No, I think actually if you were like reduce the chatter, it would take like 5 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long.
It wouldn't take very long at all. So I think this is a good one for every day.
Or equally if you wanted to pair it with a stronger lip or something like that, like just keeping the eyes and the base really simple.
Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comment section, what does your no makeup face consist of? Of course, if you haven't subscribed to Sharon already, then make sure you go and subscribe. I will put a link on her face. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak. What?
And I'll speak to you. You say speak to you very soon.
I do.
Yeah.
We hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.